Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at an analytical report on a pretty intense book, Jungle Justice.
Right. It's framed as this geopolitical thriller,
Yeah.
but it's really digging deep into Nigeria's governance crisis.
Exactly. And our mission here is to kind of peel back the fiction, and get to the core argument the author's making. It's quite provocative.
Extremely. The central claim, it's stunning, really.
It is. The source material says the book argues that Nigeria's highest political figures are essentially in cahoots with Boko Haram.
Actively colluding, yes. Manipulating the conflict for their own political advantage. It's a massive claim.
And the narrative grounds this immediately, doesn't it? With a specific act of betrayal.
It does. The book depicts the president, a character named Ahmed Mustafa. He apparently enables a huge terrorist attack, something like the Chibok kidnapping tragedy.
How does he enable it?
By ordering the army, his own army, to stand down. Just let it happen.
Okay, wait. A presidential order to stand down during a major terrorist attack. What's the strategy there? According to the book's logic.
Well, this is where it gets quite chilling. The analysis suggests it's deliberate. A strategy, even.
A strategy? To what end? Why enable violence?
The argument presented is that it helps solidify power, maintain a state of emergency, control security budgets, maybe even sideline political opponents and all the chaos.
So the government isn't fighting terrorism, it's using it, an enabler.
That's the core argument the fictional narrative puts forward. Calculated enablement, not opposition.
And connecting the dots, this kind of profound institutional failure, it must have consequences.
Oh, absolutely. The book draws a direct line, a terrifying causal chain. When the state itself betrays its duty, fails to protect, fails to deliver justice, it leaves a vacuum.
A power vacuum.
Exactly. And this vacuum, this deliberate absence of law and order, is what allows barbarism to flourish, individual mob violence.
Which brings us straight to the title, doesn't it? Jungle Justice. The report highlights a key event in the book involving a student, Deborah Zira. It's horrific.
Yes, based on a real tragedy. Zira is accused by a mob of students over a WhatsApp message they deem blasphemous. And they kill her. Stoned. Burned. And it's even live-streamed in the story.
Just brutal. And the book uses this to make a point, right? Why this happened.
So actually, it's presented not just as, random cruelty, but as a structural outcome. It happens because people have utterly lost faith in the formal justice system. They see it as corrupt or just absent.
So they take matters into their own horrifyingly violent hands.
When there's no official channel, people create their own. That's the argument.
And the author really sharpens this by contrasting characters, doesn't he? Different responses to this breakdown.
Yes, two key figures stand out.
First, there's Captain Hassan Lawal. He's positioned as the soldier with a conscience.
Right. He actually defies the president's stand-down order.
Yeah.
He fights Boko Haram anyway.
What drives him?
The book portrays it as moral duty. And importantly, a kind of righteous vengeance against the corrupt system that allowed this to happen. National justice, almost.
Okay, so he represents one kind of response. Then who's the counterpoint?
That would be Mahmoud Ali. He leads the mob against Deborah Zira. He becomes the face of fanaticism.
But what's his motivation, according to the narrative? Is it purely ideology?
Not entirely. The book digs deeper and suggests it's rooted in something personal, humiliation. Apparently, Zira had rejected him. So he channels this private grievance, this wounded ego, into leading the public violence.
Wow, so it shows how personal failings can twist into something monstrous disguised as ideology.
Exactly. That contrast is key.
So wrapping this up, what's the ultimate takeaway from this deep dive into the analysis of Jungle Justice?
The core message seems to be, Nigeria's crisis as depicted in the book isn't just about terrorism or religion fundamentally. It's presented as a deep governance crisis. It's the systemic failure, the elite betrayal that creates the fertile ground for all of it, the extremism, the mob violence.
And the author's detailed fictional portrayal of these events, it feels like a deliberate act of remembering.
Yes, the analysis suggests it's a call for you, the listener, to never forget, a kind of moral record of the human cost when institutions fail so badly.
Which leaves us with a final thought, something for you to consider. The book sets up this stark contrast, doesn't it? Captain Lawal's vengeance seems aimed at national justice, correcting a systemic wrong. Mahmoud Ali's violence comes from self-pity, personal failure.
Two very different kinds of retribution explored.
So the question for you is, when the formal structures of justice completely collapse, how does a society even begin to tell the difference? How do you distinguish between justifiable anger seeking justice and just brutal personal vengeance?